You know what I'm saying? And everything like that.
Man, get up out of here, bro.
Wait, man.
That's not your...
I didn't know you was here, bro. My bad.
So I'm looking online and I'm seeing things, and right now AVE is going ahead. He's going online and he's expressing his disdain about the MURDA MOOK and TAY ROC situation that's got the internet on fire. Now everybody knows who AVE is.
Right.
He's the battle rapper that is well known for stealing every bar that people have created. You know what I'm saying? He will go ahead and he'll do a press run and talk about he didn't steal your bars, but then there'll be other videos coming out showing that he's pretty much a goddamn bar thief. Now everybody knows about this situation that's going on with Rock and Mook, and people are starting to take to Twitter and they're responding and they're kind of putting in their 2 cents on it. Now everybody knows who Avocado is. He's the one of the producers of filmography, the people who actually go ahead and they film the smack battles, the King of the Dot battles, and he just filmed the AVE versus MURDA MOOK battle, and he's expressing that he believes that a battle between TAY ROC and MURDA MOOK will be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And AVE goes ahead and he does an interview with Black Compass Media, and he's pretty much talking about it and like feeling some type of way. He's saying that he doesn't feel like MURDA MOOK or Rex has been like supporting TAY ROC or supporting anybody on Cave Gang. They're not standing behind him, saying get that, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just not supporting him, you know what I mean? And he's feeling some type of way about that and letting it be known like it's gonna be like that in person as well. If y'all feel like y'all got something to say about it, it is what it is, at this point, at this juncture, and Tony Bro kind of leads in and kind of makes it, somewhat of a, Dot Mob versus Cave Gang, situation, you know what I'm saying? In terms of, it would be dope to see like a battle between like Dot Mob and Cave Gang, he's kind of leading the, AVE into that direction. And AVE is like, it ain't gonna be that though.
He said that.
It ain't gonna be that. Listen to me. He's pretty much saying, that he doesn't feel like, they want that smoke. And Tony Bro basically, he goes ahead and he's asking him like, yo, like what the smoke? Like you don't want that smoke? You know what I mean? Or they don't want that smoke? Like what's up? Like talk about it. You know what I mean? And AVE is pretty much, he's going ahead and he's saying that, he feels like, he in not so many words that, that they don't want that problem. You know what I mean? And the media is taking this and they're up in an uproar. And some people want to see like a Dot Mob versus Cave Gang card. But the problem with that is how in the hell are you going to have a card like that when you don't even know who's really totally down with Dot Mob at this point? But with TAY ROC being prominent and battle rap and being the face of the URL, I'm pretty sure a lot of these people who are affiliated with both factions are probably going to jump ship and just rock with whoever's the hottest so they can continue to get battles. You know what I'm saying? Or, just, to show their loyalty towards TAY ROC, and because he's been giving undying support to a lot of his members, even when they've been getting their ass killed in battles, even from the likes of Chef Trez, and some people like that. So a lot of people are probably going to end up riding with TAY ROC on this thing. But I want to ask the fans down below, what do you think about this? Do you feel that, it would be dope to see a TAY ROC versus MURDA MOOK card? Or do you feel that it would be dope to see a Dot Mob versus Gun, or a Dot Mob versus Cave Gang card? And we just saw that anything can happen. Battles are possible. We just saw Rare Breed Entertainment put on a VERB versus MURDA MOOK. And you know what I mean? A battle that some people wanted to see, but nobody in the world ever thought that it would happen, but Rare Breed Entertainment was able to do it. And with the downfall in a sense of the URL or how they've been in the media lately, some people feel like they need to do something controversial. And how I'm looking at it is that, Rock is kind of down 2 battles. You know what I'm saying? He lost against Goods. He lost against, Hitman Holla. And, whether or not you believe he lost or not, the general consensus, the mass media or the mass, populace are saying that Rock has lost the battle between Goods and he's lost the battle between Hitman Holla. And the mass media is also saying, and the general consensus is that AVE ended up beating MURDA MOOK. So both of these battle rappers have something to prove, and I don't believe that it would be a bad battle if it was to happen, but I do think that the media would go crazy, you know what I'm saying, if this was to happen. You know what I'm saying? I already stirred up some shit, and now everybody's talking about it, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just a blogger, listen, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's about battle rap, you know what I mean? Like, and it's about like furthering the sport, and it's about putting matches together that people want to see, not waiting like 10 years for a match or 11 years for a match. Kind of similar to what the Rex versus Reed Dollar battle was. We don't want to wait too too long to make things happen. I know a lot of people are talking about, Loaded Lux versus, AVE, you know what I mean? But, in my personal opinion, I think that might happen, you know what I mean? Maybe on Rare Breed Entertainment, because I just saw, I don't know, I'm just reading between the lines. I could be wrong, that Rare Breed Entertainment just tagged, or ARP just tagged AVE, on the phone, and he's trying to make something happen right now. He's excited about it on Twitter, but, at the end of the day, it could be anything. It could be any battle, but, I think that is very, very possible, a possible battle that's going to happen. But this is something that I think would break the internet, and I think it would break records, with two big factions, like, going against each other, or two main players, like, going against each other with something to prove, with a grudge on their back. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.
Hey, Papa, why you trying to play AVE, dude?
Man, I ain't trying to play AVE.
When you're trying to play AVE, man, you just say he steals bars.
He do steal. I could say he steal paragraphs if you want.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't be saying stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know, man. I can't believe it's not butter, brother. I gotta go, but dope blog, dude.
Fruit.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
But I think it's funny that, you know what I'm saying, everybody be talking about they don't like drama, you know what I mean? And they don't like, you know what I'm saying, like all this Twitter shit that you created, and you know what I mean? And then now everybody doing this shit, you know what I mean? And,
it is what it is.
They mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, that you be doing this shit, but then they doing this shit too. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I can't believe it's not butter, brother. I gotta go. All right.
I don't know, man, but niggas stealing my intros now and shit, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm confused now. Subscribe.